If you're over 60, you've likely been told that knee pain and losing your balance are just part of getting old. But what if I told you that the advice to just walk more is actually leaving your joints vulnerable? There is a hidden system in your legs, not your muscles, but a communication network that starts to shut down after age 60. Today, I'm revealing the 5-minute orthopedic secret that reversed knee pain for 34% of seniors in just 8 weeks. And the most important exercise? It's not a stretch and it's not a lift. It's a movement so simple you'll think it's doing nothing until you feel your stability return instantly. Stay with me, because if you miss the pause principle and exercise number 1, you might be wasting your time entirely. Welcome back. I'm here because I see too many people over 60 giving up on the activities they love, hiking, playing with grandkids, or even just walking through a grocery store because their legs don't feel like theirs anymore. Let's be honest. When your knees feel stiff in the morning, or you find yourself reaching for the back of a couch just to feel steady, what is the usual advice? Take it easy, wear a brace, just go for a walk. In the world of orthopedic medicine, this is what we call incomplete advice. And incomplete advice is the most dangerous kind. Why? Because it creates a false sense of security while your underlying stability continues to erode. According to a landmark 2019 study from the University of Pittsburgh's Department of Geriatrics, adults over 60 can lose up to 40% of their balance response speed by the time they hit 70. Here's the kicker. This happens even to people who walk every single day. Walking is great for your heart, but walking does not train your stability. Stability is the ability of your nervous system to catch you before you fall. It's the system that protects your knees from absorbing the shock of every step. Think of your legs like a car. Walking is like driving the car down the road. But stability? Stability is the suspension system and the brakes. If your suspension is shot, it doesn't matter how much gas you put in the tank. The ride is going to be painful, and eventually, something is going to break. Today, we are shifting the focus from fitness to orthopedic stability. We are going to target the quiet systems, the quadriceps, the gluteus medius, the hamstrings, and those deep ankle stabilizers. We are moving away from the rest and rust mentality and toward precise protection. In clinical practice, we call the real culprit age-related neuromuscular inhibition. This means your muscles aren't necessarily weak yet. They are just slow. They're firing late. When you step off a curb and your muscle reacts a fraction of a second too late, your knee joint takes 100% of that impact. That is where the pain comes from. But we can fix the timing, and we can start today, right in your living room.
Exercise number 4, the controlled sit to stand. Moving on to exercise number 4. This is a movement you do dozens of times a day, but I can almost guarantee you are doing it in a way that is wearing out your knees. We are talking about the sit to stand with controlled descent. Most people over 60 use momentum to stand up. They rock their bodies forward and plop back down into the chair. When you plop, you are telling your muscles they don't need to work. When you use momentum to stand, you are putting massive shear force on your kneecaps. Research from the Mayo Clinic in 2020 showed that slow, controlled sit-to-stand training reduced fall risk by 32% in adults over 65. It's about the eccentric phase, the lowering part. How to do it correctly. Find a firm chair. Avoid the soft, deep sofa for this. Sit with your feet flat on the floor, slightly behind your knees. Lean your chest forward just a bit. We call this the nose over toes position. Push through your heels and stand up smoothly over a count of 2 seconds. Pause at the top. Feel your glutes squeeze. Now here is the secret sauce. Lower yourself back down. Do not drop. Count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4-second descent is where the miracle happens. This builds strength through the safest range of motion for your knee. It forces the quadriceps to lengthen under tension, which is the #1 way to stabilize a joint. Perform 6 to 8 repetitions for 2 sets. Do this 4 or 5 days a week. If you need to use your hands on the armrests at first, that's perfectly fine. But every week, try to use them less. Within a month, you'll notice that getting out of a car or off a low toilet seat doesn't require a heave-ho anymore. Your legs are becoming an active support system again.
Exercise number 3, the heel-to-toe line walk. Now we are entering the territory of intentional balance. Exercise number 3 is the supported heel-to-toe line walk. If you've ever felt like the ground is moving beneath you, or if you feel unsteady in the dark, this exercise is your cure. It targets the vestibular system, your inner ear, and the proprioceptive pathways that tell your brain where your feet are without you having to look at them. A 2017 study from the University of British Columbia's Balance and Mobility Lab showed that this specific movement improved dynamic balance scores by a staggering 38%. The setup. Find a long stretch of wall or a long kitchen counter. Stand with one hand lightly touching the wall for security. Place your left foot directly in front of your right foot, so the heel of your left foot is touching the toes of your right foot. You are standing on a tightrope. Take a slow step forward, heel to toe. Each step should take 2 full seconds. Why so slow? Because when we move fast, we use momentum to hide our imbalances. When we move slowly, our brain is forced to remap our stability. Take 8 to 10 steps forward, then turn around carefully and go back. Do 1 or 2 rounds. As you get better, try looking straight ahead instead of at your feet. This forces your brain to rely on the signals coming from your ankles and joints rather than just your eyes. This is how you stay steady in a crowded grocery store or on an uneven sidewalk. This is how balance becomes reliable again, even when life gets unpredictable.
Exercise number 2, the standing knee extension hold. We are getting close to the number 1 exercise, but first, we must address the inner protector of the knee. Exercise number 2 is the standing knee extension hold. This is a static exercise. There is no jumping, no stepping, and very little movement. Because of that, people think it's useless. They couldn't be more wrong. This exercise specifically targets the VMO, the vastus medialis oblique. This is the teardrop-shaped muscle on the inside of your thigh. Its only job is to keep your kneecap tracking straight. If the VMO is weak, your kneecap wanders, causing that grinding sensation or sharp pain when you walk. A 2022 study from the University of Copenhagen found that simple isometric holds like this reduced knee pain by up to 41% in seniors. How to do it? Stand tall, holding your counter. Shift your weight to your left leg. On the right leg, the one you aren't standing on, gently straighten the knee. Now tighten that thigh muscle as hard as you can without it being painful. Imagine you are trying to pull your kneecap up toward your hip. Hold that squeeze for 5 to 8 seconds. Breathe, do not hold your breath. Relax and repeat 5 times, then switch legs. This wakes up the muscle that protects your joint. It's like tightening the bolts on a loose hinge. When that VMO is active, every other movement in this video becomes twice as effective. You are building a muscular brace that you carry with you everywhere you go.
Exercise number 1, the slow march with pause. Finally, we have reached the pinnacle. If you only have time for one exercise today, let it be this one. This is the movement I see missing from almost every senior's routine, even the active ones. Exercise number 1, the slow march with pause. Why is this number 1? Because it integrates everything: strength, timing, balance, and core stability. It is the ultimate fall prevention tool. A 2019 study from the University of Sydney found that this specific pause technique reduced fall incidence by nearly 45% over a year. Most people march by just lifting their knees. That's cardio. We are doing orthopedic marching. The magic isn't in the lift, it's in the pause. How to perform the gold standard balance exercise. Stand tall near your chair or counter, hands hovering, ready to catch if needed. Lift your left knee slowly, just a few inches. The pause. Now hold it there. Stand on one leg for 3 to 5 seconds. While you are holding, focus on keeping your hips level. Don't let your standing hip pop out to the side. Lower the foot slowly over a 3-second count. Switch legs. Perform 6 to 10 repetitions per leg. Think about what this is simulating. When you trip, your body has a split second to land on one leg and stabilize before the other foot comes down. This exercise is literally practicing the save. You are training your brain to be comfortable and strong on one leg. As you progress, try to increase the pause to 10 seconds. If you can hold a 10-second pause on each leg with no hand support, you have the balance of someone 20 years younger. This is the ultimate goal. This is the difference between a trip resulting in a minor stumble or a trip resulting in a life-changing fall. We talked about load acceptance, controlled descent, midline control, joint alignment, and the power of the pause. None of these require a gym. None of them require fancy leggings or expensive equipment. They only require 5 minutes of your time and the consistency to do them daily. Remember, at this stage of life, it's not about adding years to your life. It's about adding movement to your years. It's about being able to walk down the stairs with a laundry basket without fear. It's about standing up from the floor after playing with your grandkids and feeling strong. I want to hear from you. Usually, the one that is the hardest is the one your body needs the most. Let me know in the comments below. Tell us your age and which exercise you're starting with today. I read every single comment, and I love seeing this community support each other. If you found this helpful, please hit that like button. It tells the YouTube algorithm that this information is valuable for seniors, and it helps us reach more people who might be struggling in silence. And if you want more science-based, calm guidance on staying mobile and independent, hit subscribe. We have new videos coming every day to support you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your effort. And most importantly, thank you for taking care of yourself. I'll see you in the next video.